Hey there, my name is KOKOStern, and today I want to do something a little bit different. Something on the internet pissed me off, and so I'd like to address it. I would actually like to personally address the person who pissed me off, but this is not going to be in a vicious kind of way. I'm just going to try and understand where the person is coming from, and, address him specifically. So I'm talking about Danny O'Dwyer, that just released a video, actually yesterday, called The Point, where he talks about video games, which is absolutely lovely. And I've been personally following Danny O'Dwyer on GameSpot since he kind of started off with GameSpot, putting up all kinds of interesting videos, and I really admire the guy. So Danny, you're doing great work, but you managed to piss me off, and here's exactly how. A little bit of a background. Dota 2 was finally, surprise, this video is about Dota 2. It was finally released out of beta as an official game, and when that happens, the game gets reviewed. And so GameSpot did release their own review of the game, and they gave it a 9.0, which is exactly what Dota deserves. For a very simple reason, Dota is a wonderful game with many things going for it, but new players have an insane learning curve, and not enough work has been done to actually make that experience better, and so it's not a 10.0, it's a 9.0. There's obviously other things in there, but that's the main thing that I feel that really takes away from, if we want to give a score to a game, which is in itself something I dislike, but that's the main thing that takes from it. But the first thing that brought to my state of being pissed off is that the review itself, though obviously 9.0 is a wonderful, wonderful score, the entire review, the video review itself, and reading the written text of the review, all of it have this sort of tone, this sort of depressive, negative tone, even though they say how wonderful a game it is. And it was kind of hard to coin until you actually get to the part in GameSpot where they have the good stuff and the bad stuff in actually bullet points. And the bad for Dota 2 was will take over your life. Now this automatically raises an eyebrow for me, this one actually, not this one. And it's kind of, really, is that the bad part? Now, this is a thin line, a thin layer of ice that I'm going to tiptoe around, but I have to talk about this because it leads me into why I'm mad at Danny O'Dwyer. And the bad part will take over your life. We have to take addiction seriously. We have to take the fact that games can actually take over your life. Seriously, it could happen, and especially in a game such as Dota that requires you to do so much. Danny specifically talks about World of Warcraft as a game that was personally for him kind of life-consuming, and so it's an iffy, problematic subject to talk about, and I don't want to take away from addiction. It is a serious thing, and the minds of people can be controlled by pixels in a screen, and we can have withdrawal syndromes if we actually stop playing, if someone actually reaches that level. These things have definitely happened in the past, but I have a problem with specifically Danny saying this kind of thing, because people not going into the game because it can be addictive is something I really don't like. And I think that addiction, the way that addiction actually happens is when a person goes unchecked and does something without actually paying attention to what he's doing or abusing something. Might be his time with a game, or might be some sort of substance. But if you go unchecked, then there's a problem. But if you go into a game and tell yourself, okay, this game could take up a ton of my time, I have to check myself, I have to moderate my time and not go on the extreme and just pay attention to what's happening around me. And if you go into a game with that in mind, there's no reason for you to get completely addicted and for the game to suck away all of your life. And in general, I don't have too much problem with talking about these kind of things. It's an issue that I would shrug off and say, fine, if you don't want to play Dota, it's not for everyone. And it isn't for everyone, because it is what you'd call a hardcore game. So if someone is, let's say, and again, this is a kind of a thin ice I'm walking on, a casual gamer that plays when he has the time, has mostly other things to do, but doesn't play too much, plays the main games, the big, giant AAA titles that come out, maybe a little bit of Steam, indie games and stuff like that. The casual gamers, Dota is not a game for them. But Danny O'Dwyer, you, specifically, dude, you're the hardcore gamer. You are the pinnacle, the exact explanation of a hardcore gamer as your day job. You're a gaming journalist. What you do revolves around games. And if anyone should have control over what they're playing, and if anyone should really pay attention to these things, it's a person that has his pastime, his favorite pastime that he spends so much time with, and goes into his actual day job. You need to have the biggest level of control in that type of experience. So if anyone should be able to properly administer the correct amount of time for each thing and make sure you don't get sucked in, and especially because you already had such an experience before with World of Warcraft, you should be the prime candidate to play Dota and not waste all of your time playing it. And as a person that enjoys games so much, and as a person that, you've said it yourself, Dota is such a wonderful game and all your friends play it, you're actually going to deny yourself this experience that you know is great because you're scared of getting too far into it and getting addicted and it taking over your life. And you are the prime example, the best candidate to actually not have that happen because of your experience and because of what you do in life. I find it, and this pisses me off a lot, I find this really stupid and dumb, and it pisses me off, and I'm mad about it because I have so much admiration for the work that you do. I really, really enjoy the content and all the work that you actually put out for GameSpot. I really enjoy it, and that's why I've been following you for around 2 years, and just in Twitter, not in real life. But it irks me that someone that I admire does something this stupid, especially, and I want to say especially with a game that I love so much, and have no doubt I've been playing Dota for over 8 years, and I absolutely love that game, and there's no semblance of stopping for me right now. But putting that aside, that just seems stupid to me. And I won't want to resort to name-calling, but come on, dude, what are you, a chicken? I feel bad because someone that I appreciate is making this decision that to me seems really dumb. And I beseech thee to rethink it and maybe try Dota, especially if you have friends, which is the best way to play Dota, is to play with your friends. And properly take that game as a game and not as a life-changing leech on you that takes off all of your time. And personally, I would love to help you get into the game. I've taught many, many people to play throughout the years, and if you want some help, I am here for you, man. So that's just a side note. But I just really hope that you would at least see this video and, I don't know if respond, you don't have to respond to it, but at least think about it, because I find that stupid. It's plain as that. So thank you so much for watching. If you did, continue your good work, Danny O'Dwyer, and I hope to see you in matchmaking one day, as stupid as that might sound. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.